Let us welcome the sixth speaker. The sixth speaker is Ms. Kaho Maruyama from St. Paul's University, ESS. She will deliver her speech under the title of For Our Precious Lives. For Our Precious Lives. So, Ms. Maruyama, would you come up to the stage?
Thank you, the Master of Ceremonies, distinguished judges, all the organizers, and the audience. Good afternoon, everyone. Earthquake. It was just after 4 p.m. on New Year's Day this year. I woke up from my nap by a loud noise and a shaking. Earthquake occurred in Ishikawa Prefecture. A tsunami may be approaching. Please evacuate immediately. My mind went blank as the words appeared on my smartphone with a sound I hated. My heart was beating faster and faster, and I was thinking, will my life change completely today? Will I die? I felt a strong fear. On the day the big earthquake hit Ishikawa Prefecture, I had returned to my parents' house in Niigata Prefecture, close to Ishikawa. I was hit by shaking, measuring just over 5 on the Japanese seismic scale. Since my parents' house is located in a coastal city, a tsunami warning was also issued. According to the Japan Meteorological Agency, the number of earthquakes with a seismic intensity of over 5 or higher in 2024 exceeded 25 as of August. This is a very large number compared to previous years, and there are fears that further major earthquakes may occur. With the increased danger of big earthquakes, the possibility of suffering damage or having to evacuate cannot be ignored. Today, I'm standing here to protect the precious lives of each and every one of you. In this speech, I am to help you quickly act in case of earthquakes occurring when you're at home, where it is said that we spend more than half of our life. I hope you will take small actions now so that you can act appropriately in the event of an earthquake. On New Year's Day, I was in a hurry after the first big earthquake in a long time. Should I run away? Where to go with what? I panicked. My parents said, let's just run away. So I go into the car with only my smartphone. However, my grandparents didn't feel much danger and didn't get into the car. What are you doing? Let's get out of here. I yelled at them. Despite the delay, we managed to leave and headed for City Hall. However, I was a little confused because it wasn't the place I had in mind. Fortunately, the damage was not extensive and we were able to return to our home and lead a normal life immediately. But what about the evacuation process? Would you say it is right? Isn't it good because we were saved? No, I don't think so. What if the damage had been severe and these delays or mistakes in action could have endangered lives? Delays and errors in judgment. Yes, they can sometimes cause fatal damage. A hearing survey on the Great East Japan earthquake conducted by the Cabinet Office in 2012 revealed examples of actions taken by people affected by the disaster. They didn't escape because they didn't expect a tsunami. They returned home to get what they needed. They took the wrong evacuation route. They panicked and could do nothing. There are people who suffered damage or lost their lives for various reasons. It is true that some aspects of the situation at the time may have been difficult, but I believe that many lives could have been saved with advanced measures. In another survey conducted by the Cabinet Office, half of the respondents answered that they didn't take any particular measures to prepare for a situation in which they have to evacuate. Many of those who haven't done so probably have never actually suffered damage and therefore have little sense of crisis. On the other hand, some people are taking some measures. If you think you understand, but it is wrong or you think differently from others, that can be a risk factor too when the time comes. I have regret a lot since the earthquake occurred on New Year's Day. I don't want to repeat the same mistakes, and I want as many people as possible to be able to take appropriate action, not like I did. So, what should we do? The only thing we can do now is to prepare. Let's check the 3 points so that you can act as calmly and quickly as possible in the event of an earthquake. Based on my experience, I believe that the most important things are criteria, places, and belongings. First, criteria. In the first place, the decision on whether or not to evacuate outside is not always as smooth as it seems. For example, depending on the location of the house, it may be absolutely necessary to evacuate, or it may be a nuisance to evacuate. Let's make sure that we know what our standards are when we act. Next, places. Research several designated evacuation sites nearby. It is also effective that we set priorities and then evacuate to the most appropriate location based on the situation. Finally, belongings. It is a good idea to have a set of emergency supplies ready and to keep them easily portable. For example, deciding to take a set of goods and a minimum of valuables will reduce wasted time. After checking the 3 points, please share these with your family and others who are living with you. Sharing will reduce various disagreements and lead to quicker decisions. Please talk with them to protect not only yourself, but also the lives of your loved ones. I actually reviewed these 3 points and shared them with my family after the earthquake occurred on New Year's Day. I decided that if I'm at my parents' house, I will immediately prepare to evacuate in case of a tsunami warning. I will go to an evacuation site that is very close to my house and I can walk to first. I have emergency backpack prepared, so I will only take that and my valuables. Since I currently live in Tokyo with my sister, I confirmed the 3 points and shared them with her. Of course, depending on the damage, this may not be completely functional, but I'm doing the maximum I can now. Earthquakes are sometimes terrifying and threaten our lives. Don't be caught off guard. Let's face this inevitable threat and do what we can to cope with it in case it occurs. Check the criteria, places, and belongings, and share them with those around you. For our precious lives, let's take action now. I'm starting. How about you? Thank you.
Now, we have a question and answer session. Ms. Morimoto, please.
Thank you for pointing out the importance of being prepared for earthquakes. I think people generally think that it won't happen to them. Do you think education or government should do more in raising people's awareness?
Education?
Or like in schools or the government or the city office, can they do more to raise awareness that people should be prepared for earthquakes?
Yes, I think the education or preparation that is important, but I think people still have little sense of crisis, so I think it is important to put information or the case of past tragedy more and make people more have more sense of crisis.
Okay, so delivering your speech today is
Yes.
one step.
Yeah.
So do you think there should be other opportunities like a seminar or a lecture or?
I think I don't think about the seminar or lecture, but I believe that some TV programs are also effective, I think, and so not only in earthquakes occurring, but also the daily lives, the TV programs or social media to put the information or examples more frequently.
Okay, so
Yes.
something that people can relate to.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Bosai Kaikan? It's a disaster prevention center. There are several places in Tokyo, and I've been to one in Ikebukuro.
Yeah.
So they offer sites in many languages, and you can experience how severe magnitude 7 is, like the Hanshin Awaji. So I actually went there. I took my students, including exchange students that I had at my school. And I think at that time they realized, including me, we realized that this is a really, you have to be prepared because you can't really stand when the magnitude 7 earthquake occurs. So maybe, what do you think? Would this be something that would help if people had more people aware of this Bosai Kaikan or some places that they can actually experience?
I haven't gone to the Bosai Kaikan or like that, but yeah, I think there is people can know the reality of the disaster or like tragedy. So yeah, it is effective to raise the about more think about the earthquakes or something, or to preparing. Yeah, I think.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Morimoto, and thank you, Ms. Maruyama. Now it's the judging time.